Well, hello all. Cashmagnet Guru coming at you. Whew. I've been battling some audio issues. Who does that surprise? No one. It wouldn't be a CMG production if I wasn't having audio issues, right? So, that being said, I did a little bit of testing, but boy, it really didn't sound that high. Now, let me know if I'm screaming at you, God, which I totally hate. I mean, the last thing I want is a video, that I log into YouTube and it's like, wow, I just blew out my eardrums and, blood is leaking from one, brains are leaking from the other one. I'm all good. My buddy Roshan, hey, where's these baby videos? Do I have to get on like what's that stuff called? Knick knock, knick knack. And he sends me Rashawn sends me a reply on Facebook there. Thanks. Do I have to get on like knick knock, knick knack, patty whack a dog, whatever, to catch them like little Rashawn baby videos there? I love teasing my buddy Rashawn there. Big congrats to the still fairly new daddy. So, well, I'm glad the audio sounds good. I appreciate the feedback and letting me know. I'm still dealing with my office. My office is going to get moved, and which I can't wait for, because right now I have the fans off in my office and it's just 1,000 degrees, even with the window open, and outside is probably 50 degrees. So now that you got your great weather report from the middle of Nebraska, why don't we get into the show a little bit here? So what I'm going to go over tonight is the biggest thing is, for me, is that Honeygain is dead to me. Rookie Farmer and I had a little conversation with one of the mods, and we're going to talk about this later in the show, but I'm going to give you a little preview of it. So we talked to I would imagine this guy did work for Honeygain, in some capacity, because he had a great deal of knowledge, and that was my problem, was I didn't have the lingo. Now, that's not my strong point. I'm not as knowledgeable as most people. I shouldn't say most people, as quite a few people, especially Rookie Farmer, who he does IT for a living. I dabble in IT. I do enough to get myself into trouble. But we had a little conversation with a guy from Honeygain, and maybe Rookie Farmer's listening, and we'll drop into the chat who he thinks the guy was, and maybe what his role was with HG. But we'll talk about that later. You might hear some clinking of ice cubes. I've had a long week. It's only Wednesday. And I'll kind of show a little video. Hopefully it will actually be downloaded by the time, at some point in the show. I got a special treat for y'all. Oh, it is actually downloaded, isn't it? Good deal. Because it's kind of a fun video. It's a video that I've been promising you all for a while. But that kind of goes hand in hand. What is, well, I'm kind of having a little adult beverage tonight as well. Having a little Morgan and Coke. It's been a long time since I've actually had an adult beverage while I've done a show. So I'm kind of excited about that. The spring is here. Almost. Another, I don't know, 18 days. And it will officially be here. So, enough of my blabbering. So what I'm going to go over is what apps I'm running. You know, it's around the first week of the month. What am I running? What am I not running? You know, that's always a good question. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's sad news. Sad news. The song that I play when one of the good apps, the good paying apps, have gone to the good old app graveyard. Yep, that's it. I will no longer be running Honeygain or the new and improved Swamp Bites. Other people might call it something else besides Swamp Bites, but I'm going to keep referring to it. And that's going to be the main focus of later on in the show. On with that. So let's hop into what is actually paying. Well, we got our good old Cashmagnet. Oh boy, the glory days are gone with Cashmagnet. This is what we're left with. Now, don't let that $10 fool you. You're like, wow, holy smokes, you made $10 in one day. Wow, that's $300 in a month. Let's hold on there. If that was for 24 phones, I'd be pretty happy. If that was for 4 phones, I'd be ecstatic. Holy cow. I'd be thinking it was December 2018 all over again. And I don't know if you all were around for December 2018, but it was a money-making fest. 4 phones would make $100 that month. Oh, it was awesome. But no, that is 40 phones. That is my main account. That is my big dog account. So, that being said, let's look how we did. So we're down again. Yeah, you can see, you know, you definitely see, and I got a lot of referrals on this. Does it actually show? Yeah, so you actually see how many referrals I have. And you know, I've said this time and time again that referrals on Cashmagnet are just trash. They should just get rid of the program because it's really kind of insulting. Because you just don't make any. I mean, look at that. You know, I have 20 actives, which boy, I think that's down half. I think I used to have 40 active. Geez, you know, $7. Can you buy a meal? Well, I guess you could get the dollar menu from McDonald's. Get a squashed up burger, soggy fries, yeah, small Coke for $7. But you know, my point is, you know, earnings are down. Jeez, that is 25 cents per device right there. That is half of what we we had, this time last year. That's half. Is this ever going to rebound? Jeez, I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to think so. But I'm not going to hold my breath. They're doing this, they're still doing that weird thing where they're paying out like right after you cash out, which is actually awesome. But it's just strange because they're on what they refer to as net 30 schedule, which, if anybody's listened to me for a long time, you understand what net 30 is. Net 30 is, it's basically an advertising term where, saying that the advertisers won't pay Cashmagnet for 30 days. So when you cash out, let's say on January 31st, you shouldn't see that until March 1st or so. But what they're doing is they're paying out right away. They're skipping that net 30 because right now they have an excess amount in their coffers, and they're paying that out like right away, which I don't understand why they just don't boost the earnings. I don't know about you all, but I would rather have better earnings than get paid, 3 days after I cash out. That's just me. But earnings are down. I need to go dig through one of my videos and it's like my December video and see if I can find all of last year. I've asked them on more than one occasion to please go back and put all of 2020's earnings back on there, or 2019. And I know I have most of that stuff. I just don't know if I have the December stuff. I bet I have all the November stuff. And I might have some December stuff. I'll have to do some digging. That will be something interesting to see. Actually, it'd be really, really sickening and sad to see. But, just keep in mind that this is off of 40 phones for 30 days. So, well, actually, that's 40, February, that's 28 days. So, actually, now that I think about it, I probably actually made just a tad bit more in February than I did in January. When I actually look, get right down to the brass tacks of it, because there was 3 more days. And if I'm making $10, so yeah, that's 30. But it's so hard to tell. I had issues in January as well on this account. Okay, so let's get through the big dog, the big kahuna. Let's hop into the new one. This is the IP Royal. And I'm kind of excited about this. Because I've talked about shoot, what is that? Oh yes, that's right. Cashmagnet is dead. Or Honeygain is dead. Oof. Dead to me. Alright. Oops. Yes. Dreaded music just keeps on popping up about Honeygain. So IP Royal it's going to be a new version of Honeygain. I don't know if you guys are using like Packet Stream or I never made the other one. I quit both those because One never paid me, and I can't remember the other one. The other one never paid me, like Packet Stream. And then Packet Stream was like paying absolutely nothing for me, which was strange. So I quit that. But IP Royal, my earnings would be better. I actually started this a week ago, but it I don't have it set up so when I restart my computer that it hurts. Eek. So I restarted my computer a couple of times and absolutely have forgotten about it. Oh, oops, my bad. So I've costed myself, cost myself. I was making under 20 cents a day or so. Um which I definitely thought was low. It's definitely going to work like Honeygain. Supposedly in 2 or 3 months they're going to get around to putting out a Android version, but we will see on that one. Um, I I I was on there. I sit there and idle in their Discord, and so I was like, wow, big news. Something like big news. Um, they came out with their Android version today. How cool! Or whatever I said. And then I was, and my next sentence was, I walking out, giggling, waiting for the issues to start because I was just playing around. Of course, they didn't drop their Android version. And of course, everybody's like, oh, wow, cool. Where is it? What's going on? Like, kind of kidding around, kind of teasing. But that they're supposedly 2 to 3 months out on their Android version. It's going to be right now. You got to be careful with it. You can only put one instance per IP address, and it's only for where'd I put it? Let's see, downloads here. So it's only Windows and Mac. They just came out with the Mac version a couple of days ago. I thought it was really strange that they would come out with a Mac version before they would come out with an Android version. That would, to me, that's some really poor planning on their part. It really is. Personally, I don't know anything about the devs, but knowing the community that they are geared towards, what percentage of, I guess, what's their target audience if they came out with Macs before they came out with Android? Do they have, I guess, do they have, code writers that were bilingual in Windows and Mac as opposed to people who could write code for the Android version? I don't know. That would be kind of my assumption, is that they had people that could write up the code faster, better, whatever, more reliable. I do believe, as you can see, the as you can see, nobody wants to use my referral code, which should be in the description below of the video. Sniffle, 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 sniffle. Not quite understanding why people aren't giving me a little love here. Just kidding. Seriously, I don't care about referral. I would really prefer y'all to give more needy people referrals instead of me. Uh, I'm not going to turn away the referrals, but you saw with the Cashmagnet, $9, you know, $7. You know, it's just a couple of bucks here and there's not a big deal to me. But to some people, a couple of bucks, $10, it can be a big difference. It really can. And maybe I should start doing this when I do a show. Maybe I should find somebody that's a bit needy and promote their referrals. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. I have to kick that around a little bit. So I've been running the IP Royal. But clearly you see I keep forgetting to start it. So and really the last thing that I've been running, and I'll be doggone, but I'm not even sure what my referral is for current. And oh my god, their music is terrible. Ooh. Awful. But I'm sure some people enjoy it. I'm sure there's some of it that people enjoy. Just not my thing. I'm not exactly a spring chicken. I'm really picky about my music. I think most of y'all know that. Well, maybe that I'm not a spring chicken. Don't know that I'm really picky about my music. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit about talk about what's going on with Honeygain. Okay, so what Honeygain did was they decided they were going to split in half. See if I can. Sorry, I a little unprepared on this part. Let me see. So what happened is that basically Honeygain split. The Honeygain part is still going to remain for smaller individuals under 5 IP addresses. And then everybody above 5 IP addresses, or maybe it's 5 IP addresses above. Somebody, let me know in the comments in the chat if you would. But I think it's 5 and below remain in Honeygain, but everybody above 5 IP addresses are moved into Swamp Bytes. And I don't know why they keep spelling it wrong. No, that's supposed to be swamp, not swarm bytes. Silly them. But the really funny thing is, I actually thought I was kind of like a pretty big Honeygain contributor. Ooh, my. I was wrong. They have guys that run ISPs with 70,000 IP addresses they're putting towards this. That's insane. So they have these huge ISPs that are dumping off their IP address. And they've been doing this and running them through virtual machines or whatever the lingo is. And they make me look like a small fry. And I have 53 IP addresses. They make me look like nothing. So, us between, 5 IP addresses and whatever, we get lumped in with these ginormous people that are killing it. It's not farmers like you and I with our 13 to 50 IP addresses. It's these huge ISP guys that destroyed Honeygain. And of course it was a lot of these other guys. I really hate to say this, but probably a lot of in the Asian market, because that's just mainly where I've heard that it came out of, where they're doing the pooling of their IP addresses. And of course, what happens with the pooling is there was a lot of fraud, a lot of mad people. We're I don't know how many people would pool their IP addresses, and then somebody would try to cash out for all these people. And what would happen is, let's say 5,000 people pooled their IP addresses together under one guy. Well, that guy's going to take all their money, duh. Or shortchange some people. It wasn't going to work. It was just silliness. But swarm bites is to me just trash. I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I can monetize your IP and bandwidth. Well, so the big joke here is, before I get into the setup. So let's look at this. Monetize your IP and bandwidth. You don't get paid for your bandwidth. You only get paid for your IP address. They give you 50 cents per IP address. Don't give you a nickel, nothing for your bandwidth. So you could be, shooting out left and right X amount. So here's mine. And you see where they started there. That's actually when the little Mars rover hit. Do you see where wow, those are nice payouts those 2 days. And I'm not sure what the big spike there was. I don't know. But you see there's nothing. And of course I'm taking devices off all my phones. I had it on over 100 phones. And I'm still taking them off slowly. A lot of work. But 50 cents per IP address. So you see, that's $120 there. I actually made more than that. Let's see maybe, I don't know if I can show you. I can show you my email address. That's awesome. All right. Oh, okay. So you actually see there I cashed out 114. And with that 114, that was actually that's probably my lowest month I cashed out since I really got into Honeygain. Y'all probably remember I was making $200, $300, $400 from it. And I would show you payment proofs. I'll show you legitimate payment proof. Not some kind of pokeyed up crap. But the thing is, so with 53 IP addresses, the max I can make is 2650. Well, they ram through, how much? How much are they going to ram through my IP addresses? The same amount of, same amount? Maybe more? Why would I sit back and take that? For $26.50. Yeah, and this is where I say to you all, stop. Stop. Don't let them use your IP addresses and take advantage of you. We know that what they use our bandwidth for is VPNs. And VPNs aren't cheap. But I'm making, and this is from, last week. I'm making 1/7. I'd be making 1/7 of what I did last week by rolling through the same amount of data. And they're giving that to other users instead, the small guys. That's their prerogative. But I say, put your foot down. Do what I'm doing. Oh, do what I'm doing. Let me show you. Oh, let me see. Let me show you. Let me show you what I did today. Oh, yes. What am I doing here? Oh, look at that. I am uninstalling Honeygain from my PC. My PC is hooked up to my 1 gig line. Had enough. Not going to do it. Not going to give them free money. Not going to do it anymore. And I've made a lot of money off of them over the years. But that's the thing. It's all good if I make, and they made a lot of money as well. They really did. I guarantee you, probably for every dollar I made, how many dollars did they make? 5? 10? 20? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Not for $26.50 a month. It's not worth lining their pockets. Or what can you get for $26.50 nowadays? Yeah. Can you take your girl out, for a meal? The two of you for $26.50? I guess depends on where you go. And what kind of meal you're taking. Can you get you can get a case of beer for $26.50. Probably a decent case of beer. Can you get can you pay your phone bill with that? Almost. But really, there's not a whole lot you can do. And I'm just not going to give them my bandwidth. They've basically stuck the knife in the farmer's gut and said, we only care about the small guys or the huge guys. We don't care about the middle. And the small guys, we'll see what happens with the small guys. People with 1 or 2 IP addresses. The mod was talking about that they were going to make 25% more. Wow. 25% more. You know, these people are waiting, and I'm not sure how many of y'all are just running one IP address, but how long is it taking you to cash out on Honeygain? 2 months? Geez, it used to be you could cash out $20 in a month, way back in the day. The biggest problem with Honeygain, what they did was they let these giant ISP guys apparently in. And this is a side I did not know about until the last week. Yeah, they should have kept those guys out to begin with. But they also should have done with what Paycheck did was limit the amount of users. Why do you need 40 million users? Where you're rolling through the data when you can have 20 million, whatever it is, and have everybody make a nice chunk of money. Back in the day when they first started, boy, we made money hand over fist. Absolutely. Everybody did. When they let unlimited devices, the small guys, the people making, using one or two or three devices, they were still making $20 a month. That was awesome. But now when it takes months and months and months for the little guys, and they're all excited now because they're going to make 25% more of garbage. Come on. If they were making $20 a month like they were a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, yeah, that's something to be excited about. But now they're going to make $20 in 3 months. What's there to be excited about? They were just taken advantage of. Ooh, oh my, somebody got on their soapbox there. Yeah, I really do. I encourage everybody, and I hope to have all of Honeygain off my farm tomorrow. Just I can't I can't on good conscience give up something for pennies on the dollar now. Holy cow. When I was making, over $300, it was great. Now $26.50, you give me, 1/10? Not even? 1/15th? Come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. We got other avenues. We have the IP Royal coming in. We have current music. As bad as their music might be. Oh shoot, I forgot. Hold on, I forgot one. Let me see. Hold on. We forgot. Hold on. Give me a second. Having one of those, brain drain things. There we go. Okay. Plus, I don't know if y'all, and I have not really touted this a whole lot. With Telefia, this is it's It's actually a pretty good paying app. Not great, of course, but you get 4 or 5 bucks, probably $5 a month from it, and it just runs in the background, and it just grabs whatever information. What information does it grab? I don't really know. It's ran by who did I say that it was by? Oh shoot. Oh, I said this before. Nielsen Holdings, Nielsen ratings. So, Nielsen's trusted. And I actually hate to say this, but actually am running this on my ooh, actually running this on my phone. And I have a Note 10 Plus. So my phone's pretty expensive. But once I saw that it was by Nielsen, I actually felt pretty comfortable with it. Do they scam your data? Well, they're gonna take some of it. How much of it? I don't know. But it's from Nielsen ratings. And I know some of you probably don't like Big Brother. Um, and for me, I don't worry about Big Brother so much. I'm okay. If they want to listen into my phone calls, I'm okay. I'm a pretty boring person. If they want to, you know, dig through all my YouTube comments and so forth, I'm okay with that. That's out there. Domain. If they want to read my text messages about fantasy football, holy cow, they can go right ahead. I'm not sure what information they can glean by that. But Telefia, I'm all behind them. Um, have no issues with running it on my main phone. Uh, there's a lot of interesting information going out of, how many can you have per IP address? I believe in their terms of service, they say something like, oh, you have to have your phone number for it. Or maybe I should say a phone number for it. Uh, somebody was talking that in their terms of service, you could have like 5 accounts per phone number. So what exactly does that mean? Well, can you have 5 phones? Does it matter per IP address? Has anybody actually been banned from this? I guess maybe that would be a bigger question. Has anybody suffered a ban? I have not heard anybody taking a ban. I know some people are abusing this. We will see what happens with that. But yeah, sorry, I almost forgot to throw this out. And I've been using it, and I've cashed out. Everything that I always talk about here, and everybody knows this about me. I don't talk about apps that I don't use, and I show payment proofs, and um, I'll, uh, I will grab a Telefia payment proof. Give me a second, because I don't know if I've shown one. And I don't um I'll grab payment proofs like off of emails generally. Generally I grab my payment proofs off of PayPal. That's Here we go, right here. I'm just gonna show you this whole thing. I should really probably, I don't. So y'all saw that it was from. Okay, so there it is. There's Telecom. That is how it will come in. That's how it'll come in from Telefia. $10 right there. There's your payment proof. So anybody who is skeptical about it, and like I said, this is running. That was running on my main phone. Oops. But I'm more than happy to show you my payment proofs and exactly what I am earning, and what I'm not earning. I quit AA music because it really, the earnings weren't that good. But I have a $10 payment proof. Sure, if anybody cares about that. But are you all still running AA music? Maybe. I have a bunch of Rebel ones that are 5.1 phones. I needed to find a home for it. So maybe I will throw those on AA music and see what happens. Whew. Oh, how fun. 2 years ago, I listened to a guy talking about how phone farming was. And I said, phooey. I said that the guy was just full of it. He was a Debbie Downer. Maybe, honestly, I didn't think he knew what he was talking about. Because I still think phone farming is, it might not be the huge boom of days past. Where you had Perk, where you had Swagbucks, where you had you Lotto and you watch, which those didn't make much. Or the good month and a half of well, maybe it was more like 2 weeks of Jitty Keyboard. Those guys still owe me a good $160 from about 3 days of trying that. But no, phone farming is still going strong. Yeah, we're having to change things up, having to think outside of the box. Back in the day when, with Perk, most people like me, and probably you as well, we made what, $2 a day off of Perk? That paid for our phone bill, $60. But, then Cashmagnet came around. We were starting to make $60, a month off. Yeah, that's changed. Now that's cut in half. But you still got to think outside of the box. Going with, get rid of this Honeygain. Enough of that. Enough of them. Enough of the swamp bites. Enough of their 50 cents per IP address. Going to make any money that way. So we got to look at the Telefia. We got to look at the current. We got to look at little AA music thrown in there. What else? What else are you all using? Okay. So I've been talking about this for like a zillion years. And so I'm going to show you a little video. And think I got audio with it. We'll see how bad the audio is. I'm gonna say two things. So this is I have phones in two different rooms. I got phones in my office, and I got phones in another room across from mine. And this is the room that the dog likes to hang out in the sun. And he's a black lab, so he's constantly rolling around and everything. So I didn't vacuum my carpet, so don't make fun of my on-home vacuuming skills. And also, you'll see my hand. I got a big brace on my hand. Not a big deal. I just had I got tennis elbow, so the brace is to help for that. No big deal. So it's not like half my arm fell off. So let's see about getting this video up and going. Okay. Whoops. So I've been meaning to do. Whoa. First off, wow, that was loud. Second off, here, let me see if I can turn this down. I don't know, most of the way. Whew. Not sure about you guys, but man, that blew out my eardrums. And I complain about that. Try this again. I'll back this. Okay, so I've been meaning to do this for quite a while. This is my pile of dead batteries. And you see, this is not just a few batteries deep. There are literally hundreds of batteries here. Hundreds. So, with that being said, you know, that is a lot of money wasted because I bought those LG G5 phones. And, you know, these are the Aristo 2s. And, you know, I don't have nearly as many as them because they don't damage the phones. But these, oh my gosh. Let me see. Here's some of the worst offenders are the black ones. Those are just god-awful. Oops, I need to set that aside. All right, so one thing is I set that aside because if you might not have noticed, but I have tape on the ends of them. And, you know, I don't want the contacts coming in contact with other contacts and, I don't know, starting a nuclear explosion. So that's why there's tape on the ends covering up the contact. But yeah, these black ones, they bloated really bad. The black ones not only bloated bad, but they bloated fast. I got these off of Amazon. I think I paid like $12 each. And I had some bloat like within the first month. And I've showed a video on this about the black one in the past. Did some damage to the phones that they bloated. And yeah, they do damage the phones. You know, they kick out the screen. They show, you know, burn on the screen, and sometimes that burn doesn't come out of the screen. On these red ones bloated up pretty good as well. But I bought these, and these were like $15 each. I kick myself in the face every time I look at those. Every time I pull one of those out of a phone, knowing that I spent like 15. Just sickening. Twice as much as I pay off of eBay now. Wow. They were terrible. So I am back to mainly buying these yellow ones off of eBay. That actually feels kind of decent. But, you know, they're still expensive. If I get 6 months out of them, I'm lucky. And I've just started replacing them. So if anybody wants these, hey, you let me know. I'll send them all to you. $20, they're all yours. So I've been telling y'all that I was going to get a video, or at least some pictures of that to you. My giant mound of batteries, and I just need to take them to the battery recycling. And it's just one of those things where geez, I just forget about. Do I just forget about doing it, and it's just terrible, and I feel really, really bad. When I bought those LG G5s, boy, they met all the criteria. What I thought good criteria at the time was they were inexpensive, 32 gigabytes. And I recommended them to you, and I bought a ton of them. I bought like 70 of them. And I have spent, geez, I don't know, 2,000 bucks on the batteries over. Oh, I'd have to look back on eBay when I first started buying them. A year ago, probably. I think maybe it's been a year. I've spent a lot of money on them, and it stinks. Frustrating. And I really feel bad that I recommended them to you all. Really do. I apologize. When one of the reasons why I do these podcasts is to show y'all what mistakes I've made, and so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. That's a really big thing for me. I try to help you out as much as I can so you don't make the same blunders that I do, that I've made in the past. That I'll push you all towards, if you want to make a big farm like mine, I'm more than happy to help you out. Push you towards some of the people that can make that happen. And not trying to do it on your own where you can't do it. For anybody that has listened to me for, a long time knows that I tried with my blessed great-hearted nephew about doing my networking from the beginning, and he couldn't do it. And I finally paid Josh. My good tech guy. Paid Josh a lot of money to get my network set up. And then, Rookie Farmer. Rookie Farmer has helped out many, many people. And I chide him that his name should not be Rookie. Should be Expert or Guru Farmer or God Farmer, whatever. That guy knows more about farming and phones and whatever than most people. He works for, I'm not exactly sure who he works for. I believe it's I don't I don't know. But no, I believe he works for an ISP, and he knows it backwards and forwards. Really does. Oh my gosh, is that a Rashawn Desai in the group chat? Whoa! Have not seen Rashawn Desai forever. But anyway, really, if you have networking issues and problems, now I'm going to tell you, go talk to Rookie Farmer. But I'm also going to tell you, Pay him for his advice. Yeah, pay him for his advice. Don't ask him to do everything for. And I've had him do things for me, and it's frustrating because I've offered. He's more than welcome to come get my money. I'll throw my money his way. Oh, whew. You know, I went on quite the roll there. Oh, I'm still not even done yet. Still not even done. But I'm gonna hop into the group chat. We've had kind of a really slim night tonight. Not a lot of people. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I thought I'd hop into the chat and say hi to everybody. Got Hometown Dispatch. How you doing? Trader Geo, one of my favorite guys that loves to troll me about my Steelers. Gonna need to get a Steelers video up. Troll you right back. Sounds asleep. That's a new name. How much time do you spend messing around each day with your phones? Oh, at least an hour. Generally an hour, at least. And I always tell people this. You can't let your Cashmagnet phones sit there. You have to do maintenance on them every day. You have to dump the cache. You got to do that every day. No exceptions. There's Mark. Oh, can I show you 50 cents per IP address? Maybe. No, I can't. I'm too lazy. But it is 50 cents per IP address. I'm just too lazy to show you. That's verified. You can go on their Discord and ask. And they'll probably gladly tell you 50 cents per IP address. You don't get paid by the data with swamp bytes. Oof. Almost called it swarm bytes. Ugh. Okay. CS, not looking good at the moment for Honeygain. I'm averaging 30 to 50 cents a day, though, through 10 phones. Well, that's the thing. It's 10 phones per IP address. But I mean, 3 cents, 3.5 cents per phone. I know you're making some money. Yeah, electricity doesn't cost anything through phones. They don't use hardly any electricity. But what are they making? That's my thing, is what are they making? I was making $1.50 on a day with 6 devices at launch. Yeah. Launch was good. What's every other, Doctor, what's everybody's daily Cashmagnet earnings? I know people are probably within 15 to 30 cents. Probably depending on where you're at. I started 2 devices up 3 hours ago, and I've made 1 point, level 7. Okay, so Cashmagnet is having some issues with new phones. I thought they had this taken care of, but I'm not so sure. Now that I just moved to I just changed out a full account of LG G5s and to Aristo to a different phone. Can't tell you guys anymore. You just make me pay more. So but I'm not earning anything on them. And I think I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if part of it is Cashmagnet needs to have at least one legacy game on it or app for it to start catching watch and installs. But I did this a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't actually put legacy games on all these phones, and they started catching watch and installs with no issues. But now I'm sitting at 3 days with these phones, and they're not catching watch and installs. Well, I'm kind of getting ticked about that because making 39 cents on 20 phones just doesn't cut it. Um, those phones weren't free. Wow, I was not expecting another live stream. Holy cow. Well, Dan, I used to do live streams every week, and sometimes I used to do them twice a week. I would really like to get back into that. My problem is I'm not going to peddle crap. Um, I'm not going to. I'm not going to sit here and talk about apps that I will not run. I will not talk about apps that are not, for the most part, passive. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes talking about Veridice, where you sit there and punch a button like a monkey for 10 minutes. Something you could train your dog to do. I'm going to tell you to do that. Where we talk about passive income, not where you sit and punch buttons to make money or dump money into what's probably a Ponzi scheme. We don't do that. We don't discuss that here. I'm not here to. I'm here to make you all money. That's why you see. You don't see me saying, "Hey, down in the description, you'll find some referral codes," which you probably won't actually, because it's kind of hard to explain. I record on Streamlabs, but then it uploads to YouTube. So I change things around. So I changed the video description on YouTube once it's uploaded. Blah blah blah. Long story short, I generally don't push my referral codes because it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna. My big thing is I don't trip over pennies. Oops. I don't trip over dollars for pennies. I'll say, hey, give me referral codes because that's all I care about. Here, try this crap app out. Oh, hey, that reminds me. I need to get on a rant here. Hold on. Boy, oh boy. I can't believe I keep forgetting about doing this. Give me a second. Now we're going to get on a little rant here. All right. So I'm not sure who all get in on this, but I did. Some of us definitely got in on the mode phone. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Did you get in on the mode phone? 5 stars. Look at that. 5 stars. 10 billion people. 10 million people. Holy cow. 10 million plus people. The mode phone is trash. I spent 120 bucks. And it's broken. It's not broken, bro. it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Supposedly, it's going to get some kind of updates, firmware updates, to make it not so broken. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I have not earned with it, because I have. But I've also earned, but I also have a Rebel 1 on current music. I have 2 accounts. I would not buy a mode phone right now. I will not put my referral code up. I will not ask you guys, hey, get the mode phone. Worth it. Here's my referral code. Give me $10. Woohoo! No. I'm not gonna tell you guys that. I'd be embarrassed. I would so be embarrassed to peddle the mode phone. I'll tell you what, if you were in need of a fairly cheap phone, yes, yeah, it's got a big screen. The specs are terrible. It's a 2.4 gigahertz phone. Not even a 5 gigahertz phone. So you can't use it, on your fast network, which is insane. 120, 110, 120 bucks. I think Rookie Farmer spent close to 200 getting it into Canada. Ugh. Tough place to live. But the like the lock screen doesn't work on it, so that doesn't pay. Yeah, it's paid out, but so has my Rebel 1. Don't do it. You won't see a referral code from me for this phone whatsoever. I do not recommend it. I made an unboxing video that I've never shown, because I was embarrassed by it. That I was hoodwinked into getting one of these. And I think I sent one YouTuber probably a referral for 10. No. My referral went to Rookie Farmer. So I was okay with that. Now his really expensive cool phone only cost him $190. But no, don't get one of these. They're not worth it. Absolutely trash. Use one of your spare phones. Put it on current. As farmers, man, we all have spare phones. Like I said, I have my Rebel 1. My good old 5.1 Lollipop phone. It works. Doesn't work great, but it works. It earns. It's earned, since I came back to current, I bet it's earned almost as much. I bet it's earned just as much. I have to look at that. Just as much as that mode phone. And I bought that Rebel 1, 2-3 years ago for $10. Don't do it. Don't fall into some people's recommendations. You can always trust Cashmagnet Guru, right? All right, just kidding there. So we'll continue with the stream a little bit. Pretty sure it is a 1 account per phone. No. I'm pretty sure, Mark, that somebody read the TOS, and it's 5 per account. Or no, 5. What was it? No, 5 accounts per phone number. Something like that. I don't know what's going on. That's a lot of batteries. Yeah, it was. I made a mistake for computing for CR per day for 4 devices on HG. Ugh, it's not 20, but 2. Indeed, a decimal place. Yeah, yeah. That's yep, when you make that little decimal place, yeah, that hurts. That hurts. And there's my buddy Rashawn Desai. Boy, I have not seen Mr. Desai in a long time. Go Eagles. I won't go that far. Hey, you rid of your quarterback, buddy. I did not. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So, did you ask them to remove the old devices by ID number and tell them you are being replaced? They. I'm not sure what you mean there. I replaced a group of S4 this way. Sorry, doctor. I'm not. I must have missed where you were going there. My bad. I have a mode phone. Yep. Trash, 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 trash. Made 20 the first month. Many problems. Needs constant attention. Yeah, yeah. You're right there, hometown. You're right. Why did you ever leave Current? Boy. What Current was doing at the time was they just they oh, I remember what they did. They really upped their amount of cash out. There was just better use for my phones at the time. And they've kind of changed their ways. Let's see. What apps are you running now? Rashawn, I think you were kind of late, but I'm running Cashmagnet, dumped Honeygain, running Current, and running Telefia. Something. Yeah. I'm no longer running like Packet Stream. Didn't really have much luck with Packet Stream. Not sure why they didn't get a little bigger. Oh, I see. Um, no, no. Did you ask them to remove? Yeah, yeah, doctor, I did. Cashmagnet was really nice to me. I took out a bunch of I cashed out a bunch of Amazon gift cards, and they actually put it in one lump sum, which was awesome. Instead of having to go, 50 by 50 by 50 by 50. So they actually removed all those. They removed all 20 of the old devices that I had on my account, which was awesome. You know, and I want to tell you guys this, and I've done this for some people, and I need to tell this to everybody, that I'm more than willing, more than happy to, if you guys are having problems with anything with Cashmagnet, send me a note. Ask me on Discord to get, to light a fire under their butts about something. Because I know Cashmagnet has a tendency to ignore people's messages, but they almost always answer me within 24 hours, except for the weekends, because these guys these guys have like the perfect business model where they don't work on the weekends ever. They don't work on any holidays. None. None. And because they're in the Ukraine, they have different holidays than us. So so if you try to get them to work on one of their holidays, no, no. Oh my gosh, where have you guys been for 5 days? Well, we've been dealing with this holiday. We don't have that. You're not in Ukraine, are you? Not in Ukraine. Not at all. How are Swag Bucks apps doing? Let's see. How are Swag Bucks apps doing? As far as I know, they are dead as well. Yep. I have not used the Swagbucks app for eons, but I will tell you, I have two awesome, awesome, phenomenal referrals on Swagbucks. And if it's any of you, I really appreciate it. My two referrals last month made me $11 on Swagbucks. But I will also say, make sure, my gosh, make sure that you have the Swagbucks button. Make sure you have that thing. As much as I get off of eBay on phones or batteries every month, I make a few bucks. But also what I'm doing is I'm buying all my groceries. Here's kind of a funny thing. So I get all my groceries at Walmart. I don't step foot in Walmart because I can't do that. I can't deal with the lady with 4 kids sitting in the middle of the aisle on her phone while her 4 kids are everywhere. Can't do it. Oh my God, I would just pull my hair out. So I actually have my groceries delivered from Walmart. Well, they actually give 1% cash back at Walmart for using the Swagbucks app. I believe. I just started doing it for that. So I will do a little updating on that at another time. I just can't step foot in Walmart. I just can't do it. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, what apps are okay? There we go. Trader Geo, Swagbucks had a good thing going. Gambit. Boy, I must have missed out on that, Trader. I'm not familiar what that was. Oh, I am running My Points Watch for $1 a day. Now, is Trader Geo, is that the app? I used to run My Points app. What? $10 a day? Come on now. $10 a day? Am I the only one that didn't know anything about this Gambit? Why am I the last person to ever know this stuff? Man, need a new hobby, like finding out stuff like what Gambit is. My bad. You guys got to yell at me for stuff like this. Hey, CMG, find out what Gambit is. Oh wait, no, it's dead. Don't find out about it now. So Trader Geo, come on, tell me about what's going on with this watch. For $1. My Points, is that the app? $10 a day, boy. That's get a pretty good app if you're talking $10 a day. Okay, so what's this? What's this? My Points Watch. Come on, Trader Geo. Time to share. Time to spill the beans. You're live, and we probably really need to end this live stream at some point because I'm sure we're well over an hour, aren't we? Wow. Guy who watched Explain Gambit had like 500 subs. Look at that. Wow. He said did way more with refs. Well, if Gambit's dead, is it dead? If it's not dead, I'll take a look at it, and I'll do a video. Okay. Well, we will try that. I actually have. Do I have Chrome? No. No. How do I not have the Chrome browser? Hold on. This is gonna. I don't even know how long this show has been, but I think it's probably been way too long, hasn't it? Has it been too long? We need to stop. We trying to do this for Geo. Should we save this for another time? 85 minutes? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. We actually definitely need to end this. Okay, so what I will do is I will do some digging into the whole My Points thing. I used to use their app. And My Points is owned by Swagbucks. For anybody who is unfamiliar with that aspect. A lot of back in the heyday when we used to do the encraves, you could do them on both sites. So what you would do is you would do encraves in one browser at Swagbucks, and then you would do the encraves at My Points in another browser, and you run them at the same time. And it was candy. It was just money hand over fist. Okay, so I am going to I will definitely take a look at that. We will see what we can do with it. How many points do I earn on current? At least $20 a month on current. I strongly suggest taking a look at current. It's not fully passive. Not gonna lie there. But if you set your phone on your desk while you're working, or do some other creative matters that I do not condone, do not support, do not peddle, you can definitely make more. Let's see. Let's see. Trader Geo, go. Yeah, sorry, guys. But I had okay. So as this video just totally got carried away, my apologies. Play. You should not have an adult beverage while doing these. All right, my apologies. This was way too long. Probably the longest one I've done. So that being said, please, I really do ask, quit laying in the pockets of Honeygain. Don't do it anymore, especially as farmers. With the multiple IP addresses, don't do it. What's the point? I can understand if you're the smaller guy with one IP. If you're making 25% more, but it's still chump change, and you're still destroying your IP address. I really encourage you to boycott them. Say no to. Say no more. And install, IP Royal. Well, this is the time where I say my referral code is down below. I don't care. I would prefer you to use to somebody else's referral code. I really would. Make somebody else some money. Ask in a Discord for somebody's IP address. Ask Rookie Farmer for his. There you go. All right. Oh, sorry that got so long-winded. Had a little way too much fun. Way too much fun. Yeah, I took some time off. I haven't really done very many of these since August. I want to get on more of a schedule. I really want to do 9 Eastern on Wednesdays. I was definitely late tonight. Part of it was I was late. The other part of it was I had audio issues. But I will try to do better. I will try to look at some other stuff. Not going to promise any videos in between now and next Wednesday. Be sure to start sending in your bids for the box of batteries. More than willing to ship those anywhere in the world for the right price. So, all right. Well, you all take care, and we will try to catch you next Wednesday. Right. Be sure to subscribe. Nail that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Give me a thumbs up. I know this is an extremely long video, but give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed any of the content at any time. So, I do these videos for y'all. Hopefully, y'all can make some passive income. Hopefully you can make some to, pay your phone bill, pay your electricity bill. Maybe you've gone all crazy like me and made a big farm where you're paying your mortgage on your house and all your other bills. Hopefully some of you have done that. All right, all. This has been Cashmagnet Guru. Y'all have a great week. Laters.